Geladas are very large monkeys. The weight of males reaches 20 to 25 kilograms. Their fangs are as long and thick as an index finger. Tones that don't go out of style and continue to bring coziness and brightness to a space even after a long time. Coconut milk. Calm gray. Olive green. Sky blue. What do we know about South Korea? Here are a few facts. A village in the center of a metropolis. Seoul is one of the top 10 most populated cities in the world, but in the center of the huge metropolis, in the Bukchon district, a real village with narrow streets and traditional style houses has been preserved. Underfloor heating that is 2,000 years old. Underfloor heating, or ondol in Korean, is believed to have been invented by the Koreans. The source of heat was a wood stove placed in the kitchen or in the wall of a room. The hot air traveled through tunnels under the floor. Hence the tradition of sleeping and sitting on the floor, without beds or chairs. Not the Sea of Japan, but the East Sea. Koreans do not like to remember the times when their country was part of the Japanese Empire. Koreans officially do not recognize the name Sea of Japan, preferring to call it East Sea. A polar bear moves on thin ice by crawling. There are currently 159 official currencies in the world. Here are the world's most valuable currencies. 1 place, the Kuwaiti dinar. The Kuwaiti dinar is the official currency of Kuwait. It is divided into 1,000 fils. The dinar was introduced in 1961 to replace the Persian Gulf rupee. Kuwait has been actively negotiating with the 5 other Arab monarchies of the Persian Gulf for several years to create a single currency. 2 place, the Bahrain dinar. The dinar is the currency of the Arab Kingdom of Bahrain. It is divided into 100 fils. The name dinar is derived from the Roman denarii. The Bahraini dinar was introduced in 1965, replacing the Persian Gulf rupee. 3 place, Omani rial. The rial is the official currency of Oman. It is divided into 1,000 paisas. The Indian rupee and Maria Theresa's thaler, locally known as the rial, were the main currencies of Muscat and Oman until 1940. In 1970, the Said rial became the monetary currency of Oman, which was replaced by the Omani rial in 1974. 4th place, Jordanian dinar. The Jordanian dinar is the official currency of Jordan. The Jordanian dinar is divided into 10 dirhams, 100 piastres, and 1,000 fils. The Jordanian dinar was introduced in the 1940s in Jordan to replace the Palestinian pound, which was used in the territory during the rule of the British Empire. Dalmatians are born pure white in color, without a single spot. Spots appear after 2 to 3 weeks and will grow slowly as the dog matures. Training both hemispheres of the brain. It's important to name the color, not read the words. Morocco. Hundreds, if not thousands, of shades of blue, and turquoise characterize this Moroccan town in the north of the country, where the Rif Mountains almost closely approach the Mediterranean Sea. In the colors of blue are painted houses, sidewalks, steps, flower pots, and doors. Cleanliness, well-being, and abundance of cheerful colors, small size, and friendliness of the local population favorably distinguish Chefchaouen from many other cities in Morocco. It is rightly called the Blue City and the most beautiful in many travel guides to the country. The most energizing drink, scientists claim, is pomegranate juice. Cocktails were invented to mask the taste of counterfeit alcohol. Every 5 years, Amsterdam hosts the Sail Amsterdam Ship Parade. Fifth place, British pound sterling. The pound sterling, the monetary unit of the United Kingdom. It is divided into 100 pence. The official name pound sterling is used mainly in an official context and to distinguish it from other United Kingdom currencies with the same name. Sixth place, Cayman Islands dollar. The currency is the official currency of the Cayman Islands. The Cayman Islands dollar was introduced in 1972 and replaced the Jamaican dollar. The Cayman Islands has no direct taxes. Consequently, it thrives as an offshore financial center with hundreds of banks, insurance companies, and mutual funds. Seventh place, euro. The euro is the official currency of the Eurozone, which includes 17 member countries out of the 27 nations of the European Union. The euro is divided into 100 euro cents. The euro was officially introduced in 1999. Qatar. Qatar Towers on the Gulf Coast in Lusail resembles two curved Arabian blades. The sickle-shaped curved twin towers, gracefully crossed at podium level, grow out of a setting of palm trees and gardens. The sea, ships, palm trees, blades, everything, as on the state symbol of Qatar. The height of the towers is 211 meters. The authors of the project staked on the wow effect. You may or may not like the design of the towers, but if you are near it, you will definitely take a photo to show your friends, and as a result the world will learn a little more about Qatar. Brazil. Boituva is a place in the Brazilian state of São Paulo popular with aerial entertainment enthusiasts. It is home to many skydiving schools as well as companies that organize balloon flights. Would you like to be there? This is the smallest and most deadly cat, the African black-footed cat. Its hunts are successful 60% of the time. The lion has a 25% success rate. China's Bailong elevator is the tallest exterior elevator in the world. Its name translates as the elevator of the 100 dragons. The monumental machine lifts tourists to a height of 326 meters. 8th place, Swiss franc, the currency and legal tender of Switzerland and Liechtenstein. The Swiss franc is the only version of the franc that is still in circulation in Europe. The Swiss National Bank issues banknotes, while coins are minted by the Federal Mint. Ninth place, US dollar. The US dollar is one of the most popular world currencies and is a unit of payment in many countries of the world. The currency was introduced into circulation in 1792. Coins in circulation have denominations of 1 and 5 cents, 1 dime, 0.25, 0.5, and $1. The bills in circulation have denominations of 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, and $100. 10th place, Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar, the monetary unit of Canada. In circulation currency was launched in 1858. Coins in circulation in denominations of 1, 5, 10, 25, 50 cents, and $2. Banknotes in denominations of 5, 10, 20, 50, and $100. Portraits of real-life giants. Let's agree right away that today's speech is not about fairy tale characters, but about real people who lived relatively recently. They simply had gigantism caused by a malfunction of the pituitary gland. This is such an area of the brain, which is responsible for the endocrine system. Danish polar explorer Lorenz Peter Elfert Freehand with his wife Dagmar. A very active man who wrote books, acted in movies, went on expeditions, etc. It is probably worth writing a separate article about him. I will only add that during the Second World War he actively participated in the Danish resistance to the Germans without having one leg. Once again, pay attention to the photo. After his arrest, the Germans sentenced him to execution, but he miraculously escaped. This is such an interesting uncle, and the wife in the photo, by the way, is the third. The first was Inuit, i.e. Eskimo, and died of Spanish disease. American Robert Pershing Wadlow is officially the tallest man in history. By the time he was 5 years old, he already required clothes as for a 17-year-old, as he had grown to 163 centimeters. By the end of his life, he lived only 22 years. His height was 272 centimeters. The unusually tall stature was caused by a pituitary tumor and acromegaly. German Jacob Nacken grew to 244 centimeters. On October 5, 1944, he was captured by U.S. troops. After the war, he starred on American television and participated in a freak show under the name The Tallest Man in the World. He died in 1987 at the age of 81. Canadian Edward Beaupré was 252 centimeters tall. Could lift a horse, but due to a pituitary abnormality that caused hypergrowth, he passed away at the age of 23. He knew several languages and toured. Icelander Johan Pettersson was known as the Viking Giant. Already at the age of 17, he was very strong and could lift a truck. He wore size 56 shoes, also performed in music halls, and did a little bit of movies. He lived to a ripe old age. Frenchman Henri Joseph Cote grew to 227 centimeters. His shoes were size 62. Under the stage name Joseph Dusort toured England and the United States. He lived only until he was 29 years old. Russian giant Timofey Bakulin was 240 centimeters tall. On the photo with his father, he is dressed as a Cossack, but this is such a stage circus image. In the years of the NEP, Bakulin was engaged in that he performed in front of the public, showing his strength. However, he was called Timosha Silinsky from childhood. He was married to a girl of ordinary height, died of jaundice at the age of 42. Interestingly, one of his grandchildren grew to 198 centimeters. Uruguay. A non-standard bridge was opened on the territory of one of the lagoons in Uruguay. As a rule, bridges are built directly, but this bridge was made in a circle. Instead of spending $5 million to build the bridge, the client decided to spend twice as much so that people would not drive their fast cars through these picturesque places, but enjoy the view, clean air, and safety, which everyone already neglects. The idea was realized by the architect Raphael Vignoli. In this ingenious way, the original circular shape of the crossing forces drivers to slow down while crossing the river. Previously, a ferry was located here. However, it could only carry 2 cars per trip, while the new bridge carries at least 1,000 cars per day. The Laguna Garçon Bridge consists of 2 curved bridges forming a circle. The radius of the structure is 51.5 meters. Venezuela. Catatumbo lightning is a weather anomaly that occurs in the vicinity of Lake Maracaibo in Venezuela. Hundreds of discharges strike here almost every day, and some years the number of days with thunderstorms reaches up to 300 per year. But it's not just lightning, it's cascades and hordes of lightning, crazy clusters that strike in the same area for hours on end.